Well, I'll join the millions of people who are online giving their opinions about the death of O.J. Simpson today. I lived in LA at the time of the murders, Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, and the accusation that O.J. had killed them, and watched the slow chase of Al Cowling's white Bronco and the trial and everything. And at the end of it, like many others, I was stunned that he was acquitted. There was so much evidence, blood evidence and timing and the glove and all this stuff. That's how our legal system works. He was acquitted. I remember distinctly on the media, there were pictures, videos of thousands upon thousands of African Americans in watch parties on the streets, cheering and screaming and, giving thanks to God that OJ was acquitted. And of course, a few days later, that was on a Tuesday, I think, that he was acquitted. And then that weekend, even in churches, people were cheering and all that, and as though they had won a victory. And I realized at that time that it was seen through a racial prism, that a black man was being accused of murdering white people. So for the African American community, they saw it as a victory for the whole community. Once again, a black man who had been falsely accused in their eyes was acquitted. I understand all that. I really do. We'll never know if he did it or not. The sad thing about the whole scenario is that watching these lives destroyed, of course, Nicole and Ron brutally butchered, is horrible. And then watching the destruction of OJ's life as a result. I mean, I watched him from one time I was a kid when he was at USC as a running back. Oh my gosh, this guy's amazingly talented. NFL, quite enamored by his acting, but nonetheless, he was a talented athlete. And all those lives were destroyed, and then all the consequential lives that were touched by that were destroyed. But here's my point. My point is that looking back at it, that's the way I think most people view it, is that the whole thing was just a tragedy. The whole thing was painful. Not a racial prism, I think, that works best. I think it's a human prism that works best, that lives were ruined. So that's my take on it. I welcome your comments about it. I'm sure there'll be thousands of other TikTok videos and YouTube videos that share the same thing. But anyway, something to think about. I welcome your comments.